Yat Aisha buddies. Chinle Yoga. Take 3. We'll start standing today. Let's bring our feet together so that our toes touch. Arms down by your side. Shoulder blades relaxed behind you. Chest a bit lifted. Crown of the head reaches upward. Palms forward. Eyes closed. So we're going to take a few breaths here in and out through the nose. Breathing length through your spine with each inhale. And each exhale, weight and strength into your feet. Inhale, length through your spine, reaching the crown of the head upward. And exhale into the four corners of your feet, soft toes. One more inhale, length. Exhale, strength, groundedness. And you can open your eyes. Inhale, arms out and up. All the way up over your head. You may look up as your hands come together, and exhale out and down. Inhale, exaggerated stretch through your arms, an action in your fingertips. Exhale. One more like that. Length, length, length. And exhale. Inhale, arms up and over the head. We're going to hold opposite elbows. Reach the elbows back a little bit. And when you do that, your chest might puff forward, but you're going to try to bring your abdomen in a little bit, just so that you're not in a lazy arch. So bring some strength into your abdomen, but the elbows still reach back just a little bit. And then we'll side bend. Maybe to your right. Doesn't matter. We'll come up and we'll side bend. Other way. Good. We'll come up. We'll release the arms down. And then to heart center. We're going to bring palms to center. Forearms are parallel to the floor and in line with each other. And when you have your palms at center, you're going to bring a gentle tuck to your belly. And your belly's a little bit tight here. So if somebody came by, they'd hit steel. So that's your exhale pose. And your inhale pose is to open and stretch the heart, stretch the belly. Exhale, we're not rounding, but we're tucking and tightening, pressing palms in toward each other. Inhale, open. Exhale, press, tuck, tighten. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, press, tuck, tighten. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Let's come into a down dog. So hands are shoulder distance, fingertips are spread, feet are hip distance, and knees generally start bent, again, to give your spine length, because none of us have perfectly long hamstrings. And if we want to put our heels down, a lot of times that brings an arch, not an arch, but a roundedness into our spine, and we want to maintain some arch. That requires that we bend the knees a bit. Pressing firmly through your hands, straight elbows. Let's inhale, high plank. And exhale, down dog. A couple times like that. Your hands and feet shouldn't have to adjust. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, down dog. Good. This time, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Feet are hip distance, toes are uncurled. Mini cobra. Little to no weight in your hands. Long neck, shoulder blades squeeze behind. Release. This time, hands behind your back, interlace all but the index. Feet are still hip distance. Inhale, lift the head and chest, reaching your index fingers for the wall behind you. Option to lift your feet, but you're reaching more with your toes than you are lifting your legs. So nice straight knees, pointed toe tips, and release. Third back bend will be a full cobra. So pressing up, softening the glutes, exhaling completely, release down. We'll press up hands and knees or high plank and down dog. Let's inhale the right leg high. This time I'm going to try to avoid opening because that's my habit, and habits are good to challenge and break. So when you lift your right leg high, your hips should stay parallel to each other. So be careful that your right hip is not higher than your left. The right leg is straight and strong. Let's pull knee to nose, shifting forward into a high plank. Send it high, inhale. Exhale, knee to right elbow, touch it. Send it high, inhale. Exhale, knee to left elbow, touch it. Send it high. And exhale, low lunge. Good. Let's open up to a warrior two. So right toes are forward, left toes are out to the side. Right knee is bent over the right ankle. Hips are below chest. And your whole belly and heart face the side wall. Right knee tracks over your second toe or so. Arms to a T, gazing over your right fingertips. We'll come a little bit deeper in your right lunge. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm to the sky or over your left ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. Good. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, high plank. Lower down to mini cobra or chaturanga. Hands and knees or high plank, down dog. Left leg high, again, this time not opening it. Keep your hips side by side, so careful that the left hip does not go higher than the right. Left leg is straight and strong. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, leg goes high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Touch it. Inhale, high. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior two. Left toes forward, right toes out. Little bit deep. Trunk is vertical. Arms to a T. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow, left knee, right arm straight up or over the right ear. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank, chaturanga or mini cobra. Down dog. Look forward, walk, step, or hop. Toes to touch, fingertips to shins, halfway lift. So halfway lift, really try to get that arch in your spine. So come out of any roundedness that you might have and find an arch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Good. You lift all 10 toes because you don't need them. You can place them back down, but keep the weight into your forefoot and your rear foot and out of your toes. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Chaturanga or mini cobra. Downward facing dog. Right leg high. Low lunge. Warrior two. Inhale. Good. This time we're going to do extended side angle, right fingertips to the floor. Or a block. Left hand high or over your left ear. Reverse warrior. Left hand comes behind your back this time. See if you can rest your fingertips on the right thigh. Right hand up and maybe behind your head. You're going to try to open your right elbow to the side. Your heart opens to the ceiling. Inhale that right arm back up and exhale. Cartwheel your arms, plant your hands, step back high plank, chaturanga or mini cobra, downward dog. Left leg high, inhale, exhale low lunge. Inhale warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Option for left fingertip to be on the floor or a block. Right arm straight up or over the right ear. Inhale to reverse warrior. Right hand comes behind the back. Maybe rests on the left thigh. Left arm up or behind the head. And if it's behind the head, you're going to pull that left elbow open. Opening your front body. But stay in your lunge. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga or mini cobra. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk, step, or hop. Fingertips to shins, halfway lifts. Work on creating the arch in your back. Exhale, fold. Inhale with an arch, come all the way up. I forgot we're doing chair pose, so we'll come to chair pose. Toes to touch, heels to touch, knees to touch. Keeping the arch in your spine. Lifting all 10 toes. And then we'll come up. Cactus. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back. This time let's pause and we'll take a side plank from here. So right hand down first. Roll over to the outside of your right foot. Left hand can stay on your hip or go straight up. And you're pressing your hips high and avoiding letting yourself face the floor or face the sky, but facing straight sideways. Good. Let's do a little work here. So you're going to drop your right hip to the floor, left hand down, and then inhale, hip up, left hand high. Hip down, left hand down, hip high, hand high. One more. Then we got the other side. Good. Coming back to high plank. Let's rest in down dog, because down dog's a resting pose. If you need child's pose instead, you feel free to do that. Otherwise, we'll come into the other side. So shifting forward, high plank. Rolling onto the left hand, left foot, right hand high. Drop the hips, drop the hand. Lift the hips, lift the hand. Two more. Drop the hips, drop the hand. Lift the hips, lift the hand. One more. Inhale, high. High plank. Down dog. Right leg high. Giant step. Warrior two. We're going to straighten this right knee. When you straighten your right knee, you try to externally rotate your thigh so the inner thigh pulls up, outer thigh pushes down, big toe stays grounded. Reach your right fingertips forward over your right leg, keep pressing into your right big toe, and then send it back. 2 more times like that. Reach forward and send it back. Forward. And this time, right hand, right shin, or block, or floor, left hand high. You want your spine pretty long, so avoid rounding over the leg. You want a little curve to your low back. Good. Now from here, you're going to bend your right knee, so we're coming back into extended side angle where we were before. Left hand comes to left hip, and your right fingertips are going to find the floor in front of and a little bit out to the right of your right toes. You can also use a block there. We're going to come into half moon. So half moon, your belly opens up to the side. Left toes are pointing toward the screen. Chest is pointing to the screen. Maybe the left hand reaches up. So arms are one line while the legs create a 90-degree angle. Good. And we'll come back the way we came. Extended side angle, just for fun. Triangle. Lift up. Right hand high just to stretch it out. And we'll make our way to the mat. Hands down, high plank. Chaturanga if you want it. Any cobra is an alternative, or you can skip them both and head straight back to down dog. Left leg high, giant step. Warrior two. We'll straighten this left knee. And again, left toes point forward. Left hip externally rotates, outer thigh presses down, inner thigh pulls up, big toe presses down. So it's like your legs doing 2 separate things. Thighs rotating outward, lower leg rotating inward. Arms to a T, reach forward, spine long. Exhale, back it up. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, back it up. This time forward. Fingertips to shin, or block, or floor, aiming to keep the spine long, and a little curve in your low back. Chest is open, right hand can stay on the hip, or reach up. Triangle pose. Gaze is typically at one or the other hand. Now we're going to bend this left knee coming into extended side angle. Right hand to right hip. Left fingertips in front of and to the left of the left foot. Half moon. Right hip lifts perpendicular to the left. Your pelvis and your belly and your heart all face the side wall or away from the screen. Right hand is either on your hip or you reach it straight up, so the arms are reaching away from each other out of your center. Gaze is likely down. We'll come back the way we came, so extended side angle. Just for fun, because it's so fun. Triangle. Right hand pulls you up. Counter stretch, left hand high. Bring both hands to the mat, high plank. You can skip these and go to down dog, or move through a chaturanga, or a mini cobra, down dog. you're warm, you can try maybe one at a time or two legs at a time, bringing your heels down, but really trying to maintain that curve in your spine. Let's look forward, walk, step, hop. Inhale, fingertips, finding the nice curve in your low back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And though half moon is a balance pose, we're going to do one more. So we'll start balancing on the left leg. I'm not mirroring you, so we're just doing what I say, I guess. Right knee comes right in front of you and hold it with your right hand. Left hand to the hip. So this is option number one. You can stay here. It's no big deal. You can make this difficult by closing your eyes or limiting your gaze to one point. Otherwise, you can consider opening your hip out to the side. So holding on to the right knee, your right elbow straight, making a 90-degree angle with your hips. Alternatively, you can wrap your peace finger around your big toe and extend the leg out to the side. One place is not better than the other. It's whatever is a fair challenge for you. But still allow yourself to have some success. We'll exit slowly and with intention, choosing when you're going to put your foot down. I like to shimmy my legs in between sets. We'll come onto the right leg, the right hand, right hip, left hand, left knee. You can stay here, or option to open the left hip up to the side. You may stay here, or peace fingers around the big toe. Extend the leg out to the side. Wherever you are is fine, just so long as you're working on limiting your base of support. So hopefully getting some time on one foot, whatever that looks like, is fine. Slowly exit. Good. Come to the top of the mat. We'll move through chair onto our bottoms. So let's find a chair pose. And you can just sit down, or you can lower, 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 with as much grace as you can find. And then we'll be in a mini boat pose. Good. So instead of bridge today, we're going to do mini boat. So you can either keep your feet on the floor, or you can lift your feet holding the back of your thighs, or no feet, no hands, whatever you like. You can extend your legs out, but I'm not a huge fan of that in my body. Anyway, this is mini boat. Inhale. Exhale. Hands behind you. Feet plant hip distance. Press up tabletop. So hips are as high as your shoulders. Head relaxes off the back of your shoulders. Coming back to mini boat, whatever your version is, for at least a moment. And then back to tabletop. One more mini boat. Keeping the curve of your spine. Tabletop. And release. We'll make our way to our back. Let's see, for twist, let's keep your feet hip distance, pick up your bottom, scoot your hips over to the right, and we'll just drop both knees over to the left. So our legs are not crossed or anything. Both legs are bent and to the left. You can hold your knees in place with your left hand, right hand out to the right, gaze is up or over your right hand. Take a few deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. We'll gently unwind. Scoot your hips back to center. Hug the knees just to reset. Then other side, arms out to a T, feet flat, scoot your hips to the left, knees above hips before they drop. Both knees drop to the side. Right hand can hold the knees in place. Shimmy shoulder blades flat. Turn to have your gaze over your left hand or up toward the ceiling. A few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Expanding the belly space and the ribs. You can unwind. Hug the knees in. Happy baby. So your happy baby can be restful, or you can stretch one leg out at a time. Maybe 2 legs out at a time, whatever feels good for you. We'll make our way to bound butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Hands interlaced around the knife edge of the feet, soles of feet together, knees open wide, spine resting along the floor. If there are any other stretches or poses that you like to do, you can take this time to do that. Otherwise, move into a final resting pose, laying on your back, or sitting up if you prefer, arms and legs out by your side, soft. Don't always have a lot of time in our classes. I like to try to give about a minute at least. Never long enough, but a minute to focus on becoming soft, becoming quiet, with intention. So it's choosing to soften, choosing to relax. Slowing your breath, slowing your heart rate. With each exhale, feeling your body weight into the floor. When you're ready, you can begin to make gentle movements into your fingers and toes. Inhale your arms up over your head, fingertips to one wall, toes to the other for a full body stretch. Bend the knees flat, take a few breaths in and out through the nose. Notice which nostril breathes more openly and roll over to that side using your arm as a pillow. Taking a few more breaths in and out through the nose. With a heavy head, gently press yourself up to sit. We can take a moment with hands on lap or at heart center, eyes closed, and a gentle bow to give thanks for our health, and our bodies, and each other. Thank you. Namaste. Jeff says hello. See ya. Bye.